Hi, it's Jason, Future Radiators. So today we're going to take a look about myths about designing radiators and questions we get asked on a daily basis about those myths. So we're going to take a look at four main parts. First one is heat output, second is installation, then we're going to look at vertical radiators and also pricing. So the first myth is that designer radiators won't heat the room. That's absolutely not the case. With any radiator, you increase the heat output by increasing the surface area of your radiator. So with standard radiators, for example, you might have single panels or double panels and with or without corrugated fin. So here, this is our Silo, so just to show you an example of a double panel designer radiator. So the same sort of principle applies to designer radiators in terms of heat output. You can take the same height and width of radiator, but you can increase the output by increasing the surface area. So that might be done by increasing the depth of the radiator or by clever design. So we're going to look at some options now, some really good options for you. So this is our circ radiator and this is our tube radiator. Now these radiators have got a very cleverly shaped tube, as you can see here. So that increases the surface area, which in turn increases the heat output. This is a fantastic looking slimline collie. It's only 233mm wide and you're 1522 watts at delta T50. So what the designer has done here is he's put loads of different fins through the middle of the radiator that you don't see to increase the output. And these come in any colour that you want as well. This one, for example, this is the D-line. Just to give you an idea, this is a 600 by 600 version of this radiator. Double tubes will give you the same as a double panel, double convector. With respect to column radiators, we'll follow me this way. As you can see, we've got lots of different cast iron that come in different depths as well. So with column radiators, you can increase the output by increasing the depth. So I'll show you one here. You have a 2 column deep. If you wanted a bit more output from the same size, you might go for a 3 column deep. Or if you wanted more output, that's a 4 column deep version. And these radiators go up to 6 column deeps in maximum. The next myth is installation. So designer radiators are difficult to install. That's really not the case. So they might have different sort of looking bits on them. For example, this has got hexagonal nuts. But with any product, sort of plumbing product, they've all got to conform with British standards. So the principle of fitting them is exactly the same. They're not difficult to do. Another thing to consider is like brackets. In fact, a lot of our brackets are probably easier to fit than standard brackets because some of them are adjustable. So it gives you more tolerance if you've got uneven walls, especially in older properties. The other thing you've got to consider is that an installer might have a bias to a particular product, so they might be used to fitting one type of radiator and that's it, and so they sort of don't really want to get involved with design radiators, but they are not difficult to fit. If you do have any issues with installation, just call us, because we've got someone on hand, technical wise, who can answer your questions immediately. The other myth is about vertical radiators, that they're not up to the job. Again, it's absolutely not true. So this is an example of our Traverse, lovely black radiator. Often these have got like flow diverters that are fitted inside the radiator, and what that does is it sort of makes the water flow up and down the tube, so you've got a uniform heat. And the installer can also alter the lock shield side to make sure you've got the right flow of water going through, which helps. I mean, vertical radiators are really popular, sold in tens of thousands, so all these customers you're not going to test them working correctly. The other thing to consider will be price. So a big question for a lot of people is, am I going to be paying a designer price for a designer radiator? You really don't have to do that. I can obviously show you radiators at showroom that cost you a lot more money, but we do have a lot of designer radiators at a budget price without compromising on your quality. Alright, so we're going to look at a few of those now. So this is our ellipse radiator, great looking designer radiator. This particular size and colour is £141, including VAT and delivery. They come in single and double tubes, short or tall versions, overnight delivery on this particular finish or a couple of weeks in a colour. This is a stylish pod radiator. This one's £204 including VAT and delivery. You've got a foot option on there as well if you want. Again, overnight delivery on certain finishes and a couple of weeks for colour. All electric versions are available in these two radiators as well. If you're wanting something a little bit more traditional, then we'll have a look at the Traverse radiator again. So this radiator over here in the corner is a brand new display we've just put up, and that's in a lovely brass lacquer finish. So that particular one is £348 including your VAT and delivery. If you did want it in more of a neutral colour, then white's an option for you, and then the price would be down to £207 including that. So I hope this video has helped you. If you've any more questions, you can give us a call, you can email us, use online chat, the comment section below, or if you get a chance, come into the showroom and we're happy to talk through your requirements with you. Cheers.